Alright guys, so here's the new watch from Devo. This is a Microbrand. They're only making a really limited number of these watches, so they're making 100 in total, 50 of this green one and 50 in blue. I'll probably leave pictures in the review once we get into it. But full disclosure, I was sent the watch for free, don't have to send it back. But you know the score by now, it's not going to change the way I do my reviews, going to keep it 100% honest all the time, no matter what. So, question is it worth picking up? Is it an interesting piece? Do you like Art Deco? Let's get down to it and find out. So here it is, comes in this simple cardboard box, and then we've got the Devo branding, because this is actually the Devo Art, although they refer to it as the Art Devo for obvious reasons. Play on the words with the Art Deco. So it's just a slide out box, and then we've just got the watch in there, nothing else. So I'll pop all that to one side, and then we'll get right down to it. So here it is, and we'll quickly talk about the whole thing before we get a zoom in on that dial, because that is what it's mainly about with this watch. So we've got a fairly nice leather strap, just plain, with the white stitching, slightly cushioned at the top there, and then thinning out. It is quick release as well, and we have actually got the Devo branding on it. It does actually come with a Devo branded buckle, but I've swapped the strap out, been wearing it on that, so I'll show you that in a second. Before we do though, let's quickly talk about this dial. So, like I said, this is what it's all about with this watch. And I do really love this. I'm not really sure what colour you'd call it. I'm going to call it a mint green. If you know what it's actually called, let us know down in the comments below. So we've got the heavily inspired Art Deco style. From everything from the branding, the font they've used there, the font they've used for the numerals as well. And then just the overall style. It's just very Art Deco, which I do really like. Obviously, it's not going to be to everyone's taste. And then we've got that sub dial at the 6, which is also really nicely done, slightly cutting into the border where the actual rest of the numbers are. So I'm glad they've removed that 6. If that had been down there and they'd cut it off partly, I wouldn't have liked that. Not a fan when brands do that. So I'm glad they removed it altogether. And then we've got that train track around the outside in like the silvery white, just to break it up slightly. And it is just really nicely finished. All printed, nothing applied, but nicely done. And then we've got those nice thin silver hands. And we have actually got a little bit of lume in them as well. So we'll talk about that a bit later. One of the issues with this, because it is a fully polished case, it can be a little bit of a fingerprint magnet, but with it being a dress watch, you kind of expect it to be polished. And then with that crown, we've got a nice bit of detailing on that, which catches the light nicely. And then that little white bit in the end is just like a little acrylic piece. Just add something a little bit interesting. It's really nicely finished, all the polishing. And then we've got a slightly stepped crystal on that, but otherwise it's completely flat. So let's quickly talk about that now. Test that out using the trusty down selector 2. And yep, we have got sapphire crystal on that. So it's always good to see. So I'll quickly show you now the strap I've been wearing this on before we get onto the rest of the specs and everything. So this is the strap I've been mainly wearing it on. This nice olive green one. I think it matches fairly well. Let me know what you think down in the comments. So this is actually a strap from Nomad Watchworks. They sent me it for free. I don't have to send it back, but you know the score. And that buckle I was talking about with the Devo branding, as I said, I've switched it over to this one. There it is, again, that nice Art Deco font, and it just fits this nicely as well. Just helps bring it together a bit better, I think. So let's talk about the dimensions on this now. So with it being a dress watch, they're pretty important. So we've got a thickness of 8.6mm, got a diameter of just under 38, 37.8, lug width of 18, and the all important lug to lug, a really compact 46. So really nice dimensions for a dress watch. Do like that a lot. does help it wear really well, but I'll show you that in a bit. Before we do that, I'm going to quickly show you what that lume's like. So quickly charge it up. And obviously with it being a dress watch, you're not expecting a lot of lume. It is just on the hands, but anything is a bonus with a dress watch really. And there it is. So not too bad actually. Doesn't last a great deal of time, but it lasts a little bit. So like I say, better than nothing. Are you going to rely on it? Obviously not. Not that kind of watch. It's just a dress watch. But not too bad. So I'll quickly show you the case back before we show you what it's like on wrist. Give that a quick wipe. Again, fully polished case including that case back. Not a fan of polished case backs to be honest, because they do scratch up really easily. And you can see I've got a few little scratches on that already. But anyway, ignoring that, it's going to zoom in. So it says sapphire crystal, well, sapphire glass. Limited edition, as I said, only 100 pieces in total, 50 of this green and 50 of the blue. 100 metre water resistance, which is quite surprising for a watch of this type, because it is actually a screw down case back. And then we've got Swiss movement. So it's a Ronda 1014 quartz movement in this, which you can probably tell from that second hand, the way it's ticking instead of sweeping, so it's not mechanical sweep. So I should probably mention now what the price of this is. You can buy them directly on their website, and the price is $235. That works out to about £170, which is a touch on the steep side, but with it being a microbrand, being limited edition, like really limited edition, just that 100 pieces, once they're gone, that's it. I think it kind of justifies it as well. Between that and the pretty unique design, you don't see a lot of Art Deco style watches, and I do quite like it. So I'll show you now what it's like on wrist. So this is what it looks like on the strap I've been wearing it on, that Nomad Watchworks one, obviously with the switched out buckle. Again, I do really like this, really comfortable. Nice curvature to those lugs, so it does wear nicely, conforms to the wrist nicely. It's just a really classy looking piece, I think. Again, not going to be to everyone's taste, but I do really like it. So I'll quickly show you now what it's like on the original strap. And this is what it looks like on the original strap it came on. So because I've not worn it on this that much, it still needs breaking in a little bit, because they're a little bit stiff to begin with. I think it's that padded section is a little bit thicker, so it needs a bit more of a breaking in period. But I reckon once you did that, it'd probably wear really nicely. I just prefer it on the other strap, obviously. And again, don't forget that buckle is actually signed, but I've switched it out for the other one. If you're interested in picking one of these up, links down in the description as always. That's a non-affiliate link. But I guess I kind of got paid by getting the free watch. But again, you know, I'm going to keep it honest. If I didn't like this, I would say. But that's it for this one, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.